good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Rise and Slay Morning Show. My name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. What does Slay to Success do? Slay to Success advises and empowers women professionals, especially women veterans, to step up into their most authentic personal brand to gain lucrative opportunities. And how do we do this? We focus on 4 different areas: appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and digital presence. Because when we focus on these certain areas, we can do and get whatever we want. Okay. And it comes from the word slay. So I see some folks already coming on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Queen. How you doing, Chevy? Thank you so much. I aim to please. I am feeling good. So I was like, you know what? I need to show up how I feel. So that's how I'm feeling this morning. And I'm ready to slay it. Okay. Slay means to kill it, to dominate it, and to nail it, to be on point, to impress greatly, to dream big and work hard until you own it. It is also an acronym because I'm extra, y'all. Okay. And it stands for life and universal philosophies that resonate with me the most. And it's S, stay ready to be ready. L, lead out loud. A sense of community, a sense of family. And Y, you are built to last. So this morning, y'all, I got up, I worked out. I feel slay amazing. Okay. I feel like this is a new beginning. It's a new season. I did a 30-minute uphill walk, did some weight training, got on the bike, stretch out my legs a little bit, and now I'm here with you. When you come to the Rise and Slay Morning Show, we talk about personal branding. Why? Because I'm your personal brand expert. I'm a certified image consultant. I'm a keynote professional speaker. I almost forgot, y'all. And I am an author of not 1, 2, 3, but there's 4 different books out there. One, here is my story of my military career. It's Slay to Success. 2, I have a personal branding strategy book for women 40 and over, and it's titled Own Your Power. And when I go into organizations and provide workshops, facilitation, and whatnot, I have this handbook, guidebook called Elevate Your Image, Personal Brand Strategies. I actually just passed these out last week. And then I am a part of the anthology Base Go Boom, and it was initiated by Dr. X. So he is a CEO of Uplift Academy. So if you're not following him on LinkedIn and you have a story to share and you are a veteran, specifically a Black veteran, then you need to contact him because our stories matter. As a personal brand expert, y'all, I help clients to put a concerted effort towards letting people know what you're working on and to build expertise and visibility in their respective industries or in their niche. Okay. It allows my clients to participate in opportunities they might otherwise find to be closed. All right. It is about putting in the work. There are no shortcuts and there's no fixes to this. And it's about building a reputation truly to speak for us, even when we can't influence the decision making. So, what do? We identify what makes you you. Okay. Then we define the system that powers your personal brand. And systems can look like anything. My systems here is podcasting, talk show, okay, books, all right, speaking, workshops. You will see that I am all over the place, all right? Why? Because your brand needs to be everywhere. If you want to get opportunities that you're seeking, the goals that you're seeking, you need to build a personal brand. Because if not, you're going to be blended in to the crowd like everybody else. Okay. And then you're going to feel some sort of a way. So I help you to stand out. I help you to have unstoppable confidence. And I also help you to gain the opportunities. And I'm not talking about pro bono, if you will. Okay. I'm talking about lucrative opportunities And so that way you can showcase your expertise, your skills, your experiences, because you deserve more in your next chapter. I'm in my next chapter. Why? Because I spent 30 years in the United States Air Force. Huh? Okay. And so when I retired, I decided I wanted to do some things differently and I wanted to work for myself. Hey, good morning at the root. This is my sister from another mister as well. I have Tamara Brown here. She is here. Her business is called At the Root. So thank you so much for being here with us live. And Shabby, thank you so much because yes, Queen, you are going to release your first book this year. And I can't wait to get my hands on it and read it. Okay. So congratulations back to you. So we are really looking at our values, our interests, our expertise. We're creating content and not just any old type of content. We are sharing valuable content and we're going to be actively engaging on various digital platforms. So you will see here that I'm on LinkedIn. Hey, LinkedIn. And we're on YouTube. Hey, YouTube. And we're on Facebook. And that's my family and my friends. So good morning, top of the morning, happy Tuesday to everyone. So it's really in the vein of being yourself. So this morning, we're going to talk about owning the room because on Thursday, I'm giving another presentation for the Greater Crofton Chamber of Commerce, and there's a Women's Professional Network group, and I'm presenting the signature, if you will, Own the Room workshop. Now, you may have seen across my platforms that I have been presenting this workshop. This is probably like my sixth or seventh time over the past couple of months because people want to know what I'm talking about. All right. And it is a way for me to get out in front of people and to present my business and to share with them what exactly is personal branding. All right. Well, Own the Room is all about commanding attention, bringing awareness to what you do, right? Yes, Chevy. We want to do things better in our second chapter. It's about doing this for us this time around, things that are aligned with our purpose. Absolutely and amen. Okay. This is our best chapter yet because we have been there, done that, and got the t shirt. And now we're expressing it in a certain way where we're going to gain what we have desired for quite some time. Yes, our service was absolutely incredible. Okay. But what can we do with that service? Because we're not done yet, right? Oh, Lord, early. Yes, good Roy. We are early on Tuesday morning. Yes, because this is the Rise and Slay morning show. And I want to empower, okay, ourselves. I want us to ignite success. I want us to like get into the mode this week. All right. Put our best foot forward. Being very intentional about what we do and how we do it. And I'm just that person as the catalyst. All right. I'm going to start the fire. And so that's what we're doing. We're slaying until we can't slay no more. So thank you so much for being here this morning. And listen, y'all, my 30-year military career taught me a whole lot. It taught me about leadership. It taught me about resilience. It taught me how to navigate through high pressure situations. If you're on LinkedIn, you will see a picture of me in my combat uniform, and that was when I was on my last deployment. And there were some very high pressured situations that happened while I was there. Okay. And I had to rise to the occasion because I had two teams. I had one medical team that was serving in Jordan and one medical team that was serving in Kuwait. I was flying back and forth between those two locations, 800 miles apart. And every time that I would go fly out to those particular situations or locations, there would be some significant situations that were happening. I had to be the one to make some decisions. Okay. And some of those decisions was, you know, unfortunately, sending some people home early. because they were not performing well out in a deployed location. All right. Some of it was helping injured airmen, all right, and getting them to where they needed to be to get the advanced medical care. So, lot went and played into that. And so it empowered me, though, to rise above the challenges, even now, all right, and to now walk into rooms with confidence and authenticity because I know who I am, I know what I want, and I am moving forward in that energy. So, as United States Air Force veteran, and I've got some veterans here in the space here this morning, so thank you so much for being here. All right. I learned resilience under pressure. I learned the importance of presence and the art of inspiring others to action. So, in this next chapter, that's exactly what I do. I help coaches, consultants, those that are aspiring to be more in the corporate space, those who want to build an empire, to really get into action. All right. And to stop looking at everybody else and playing it safe and small on the sidelines. All right. So I'm leveraging all my 30-year experiences to present transformative workshops. I deliver impactful keynote speeches, and I guide others in re entering the workplace, climb that corporate ladder, and or scale their business. Okay. And I do it well. All right, so well that you will see some of my clients out here giving me all kinds of love here recently because they decided that they wanted to do more in their next chapter and they wanted to rely and bet on themselves. So, the lessons that I learned from my military experience was one, to build a strong foundation. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Stop talking and start taking action to get what you want. Absolutely. Because there are a lot of people who talk the talk. All right. But are you walking that walk? What I do is not easy. All right. And this is not for everybody. This is just not something that people get up in the morning and say, I want to build my personal brand. All right. Sometimes they don't even know what I'm talking about. But we are going to get there. Okay. We're going to talk about how all this kind of comes together. So leadership in the military wasn't just about giving orders. Now I could give orders all day. All right. Sometimes I get into that when I'm here in the home and I had to pull myself way back because I'm not in the uniform anymore. But it was about earning trust. It was about fostering teamwork and making decisions in high stake environments. And I managed to lead large teams and as well spearhead mission critical operations, right? So much so, in my last position, I was one of the three that was helping to make decisions for over 8,000 personnel on an installation. All right. So I developed the ability to assess situations quickly, to communicate effectively, and inspire others to collaborate and have the confidence that they need. Yes, man, you do what you are doing. I up my wardrobe. Look at there, y'all. Okay. And I am so excited, okay, when I see these types of comments, because even in the littlest things, like upping up your wardrobe just a tad bit, can be a game changer. All right. We're talking about owning the room. And so I love that. And congratulations to you, my queen. Okay. So these same principles apply when I was talking about assessing situations quickly, communicating effectively and inspiring others to confidence. The same principles apply when I'm leading a workshop, all right, or addressing an audience where authenticity and authority must shine through to connect and motivate the participants. I can hold stages. Why? Because I was developing those skills while I was in the military. I started to see that I was being pushed into leadership roles where I had to stand in front of everyone, guide them, direct them, lead them, answer the questions, give them the training and the development that they need. So, why is that any different when now I'm in this next chapter? It's not. Okay. So, also, this resilience, which is the backbone of any type of success. You have to have resiliency. And I know it's a buzzword and people use it all the time, but it was a daily necessity for my service, daily. Okay. Because I had to face setbacks, I had to adapt to ever changing environments and circumstances. And they taught me how to maintain focus and optimism. Okay. Even in the face of adversity, I get up with the most positive attitude. Now, things may change over the day, okay, because entrepreneurship is the ups and downs and in betweens. And you can get really low in the valley if you like, but you have to learn how to pull yourself out of that. So I learned how to do that, okay? And the resiliency translates directly into personal branding where challenges like career transitions, right? Because I know some of us are going to one career or scaling a business, it becomes opportunities to grow and redefine our story. This is why I wrote the book, y'all. Okay. I redefined my story. No one's going to own my narrative like I can because I was the one who did it. All right. Okay, Glenroy says she practices what she preaches. Numerous mornings before light, we saw each other in the little old gym on Nellis, getting that work in. Additionally, she was the best shirt I had at Nellis because she is people oriented and then mission oriented. Without the people, you can't achieve the mission. She executes based on this fact. Glenroy, I absolutely loved the opportunity to lead as a first sergeant. Was it hard as hell? Yes. And did y'all give me a run for my money? Absolutely. But I could not say and do the things that we needed to do if I wasn't willing to do it as well. So I took it seriously and I absolutely loved how the people that I was able to lead would transform into some great airmen, great human beings. And so thank you so much for the love. I absolutely receive it. Okay. And I still do what I do. I'm still at the top of the hour, if you will, working out. So thank you so much for that, Glenroy. And Chevy says resilience is not just a word that we say, but the actions we take when we're dealing with life and professional challenges. Absolutely. All right. Again, people talk, 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 talk. But what are you actually doing? All right. Life is hard. I don't know anybody who just says life is easy. It's not. Okay. So what are we doing to embrace it? So we got to share our journey. All right. When I shared my journey, I have inspired others to embrace their unique narratives and use resilience as a stepping stone to success. This is all about personal branding. All right. What are you doing? How are you standing out from the crowd? How are you taking on challenges? All right. So, also, I translated my experience into impact. Impact is going to be my word for 2025. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That I've already claimed it. All right. I've already owned it. Last year, my word or this past year was build. Okay. Now it is impact. And as a keynote speaker and a workshop facilitator, my mission is to empower professionals, particularly women professionals, all right, particularly women veterans, to own our presence and to elevate our personal brands. All right. We are a competitive advantage. I know sometimes people look at their journey and saying, oh my goodness, I'm way behind. Everybody else has been doing whatever they've been doing for the past 20 or 30 years. Where am I going to start? This is why personal branding is a tool. Okay, we start here. and we start to elevate our brands and elevate our presence, to elevate our impact. I share actionable strategies to help people show up as their best selves. And whether they're stepping back into the workforce or aiming for an executive role or growing a business, that's what I'm here to do. Because I have seen time and time again that it has been working for me quite nicely. Okay, I get called a lot. People email me, people DM me, and ask me if I would like to come and elevate their brand. All right, by sharing what I have learned and not using it as, oh my gosh, I don't want to go back in there. Yes, my military career was hard. Okay. And anybody can see that as a Black woman, getting to a certain level of leadership, it's hard to navigate because the system was not designed for me to succeed. Okay. But I was up for it and I had to do a lot of different things to help me to get there. So that's why I teach strategies. So I'm going to give you 3 actionable tips that you can use starting today on how you can step into any room with confidence. All right. First of all, I learned the power of showing up with confidence, and it's been a game changer for my career. All the particular jobs that they gave me that I had no idea what I was doing, I just would tell myself, it's okay. Okay. I remember the first day as a first sergeant, since Glenroy pointed that out. So, first sergeant can also be referred to as a shirt. All right. And so, those 2 words, and when you hear that, it's the same position, if you will. So, I remember the first day that I got a call actually that night because one of the airmen was drinking under the age in the dorms, and they said, "Who's your first sergeant?" I was his first sergeant. I got called. I put on my uniform. I drove to the base, and I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just trying to see how I could support the airman because he had just flew there. It was his first night there, and they decided to get him drunk, y'all. And I was like, why is that the first thing? Okay, it's a culture thing, but anyway. So he had to show his ID card because the police were called. And then when he showed that he was only 18, he had to be 21. Then, of course, they call people like me. So I get out there and I'm just trying to help him to understand that that's not something that he could do. Did I have all the confidence in the world? No, not really, because I didn't know what the steps were. All right. I had to learn over and over again. And so creating this space for me, right? I'm just saying, oh, Raina. Hey, Raina. One of the very few shirts I love and respect. And my team at Nels is never worried about anything each time we get customers from your AMU because we knew that we're taken care of and we're always good to go because of your guidance. Again, I tried my best, and I wanted to learn and I wanted to be there and I wanted to be the first sergeant that people can rely on because some first sergeants get a bad rap because all they were doing was looking for ways to get people in trouble and to end careers. And I did not want to be that person. So I am so thankful for this comment as well, Raina. I hope you are doing well, Queen. And I just love seeing you in my network. I absolutely love it because, it's a blast from the past, but a good blast from the past. Yes, you are not the airman, Glenroy. You're not the one I was talking about. So it's good. That's good, right? All right. So my days as first sergeant, command chief master sergeant, my last role, to my role now as a keynote speaker and a branding expert, these strategies that I'm going to share with you have consistently helped me to own the room and make an impact. All right, so let me share, okay, how I embrace these principles. So, first of all, you have to master your narrative. You have to master it. So when I transitioned out of the military, I realized the power of owning my story. Again, this is why I wrote my first book. And I said, you know what? No one else is going to tell the story. I'm going to tell the story because it was me that was affected through this. And so I also share about slay and how the word was originated, how I use it every day, and how I now use it in my business. Okay. So think about it, y'all. My narrative wasn't just about being a veteran. It was about the leadership, it's about the resilience and the discipline I've honed over the past 30 years of service. And I had to develop a clear, concise, authentic elevator pitch, and it's allowed me to stand out. Now, I do not go in and tell people that I'm a veteran, especially in the civilian spaces. All right. I allow the conversation to go freely. And when I am talking and they ask me what I do, I tell them I support women professionals, especially women veterans, to step up into their most authentic personal brand, focusing on ABCDs. Then they're like, what's the ABCDs? And I'm like, ABCDs is appearance, behaviors, communication skills, and digital presence. And they're like, well, how did you get there? And I say, well, when I served 30 years in the United States Air Force, I realized that I loved attention to details. Okay. I loved dress and appearance. I loved the image. And so I got my certification as an image consultant because I absolutely love the story. And I pair my leadership experiences, which I have a master's degree in strategic leadership, and image consultant, and we put them together. And I allow people to see themselves to show up, okay, the best way that they can with the confidence. So I would just suggest that if you're starting on your personal brand journey, that you identify what challenges have really shaped you, what skills set you apart from everybody else, and practice sharing your story in the most authentic and impactful way. It's your ticket to connection and opportunity. Okay. So, again, if you're following me on LinkedIn, because I show up on LinkedIn every single day, hey, LinkedIn. And I think on Monday, I put a video, a small clip of the impact partners that I have been able to collaborate with over the past year because I built a personal brand where I stand out from everybody else. Good morning, Lindsay. How you doing? Can't wait to talk to you later today, y'all. Okay, Lindsay is one of my clients too, y'all. So, you will see that she has transformed the way that she has showed up. And now she is the CEO of Vet Reset, which is a foundation to help veterans. Okay, she's been wanting to do it for a minute, and now she out there doing it. All right, she's taking action. And that's what my clients do. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. I mean, you're amazing too. Okay. And so you're amazing at what you're doing right now, and you're impacting and changing veteran lives. All right. Making their quality of life much better than it was before they met you. And so, congratulations to you, my queen, because you are doing the work, and that's what it takes. Okay. So, what is your story? Is your connection. All right. It is the way that you can get through those doors. And you so share your story, all right, and master it over and over and over again. So you're going to have to practice. You're welcome, Queen. You're absolutely welcome. Second thing that I would say that you need to do is to command the space. Okay, command the space. Own the spaces that you're in, y'all. So walk into a room full of strangers is very intimidating. I can recall my first few networking events when after I started my business because I wanted to put myself out here. And my hands were sweaty, my pits were sweaty. There was a lot of things happening, y'all, for me because I was like, I don't even know anyone here. And I got so comfortable with knowing everyone in my space being in the military. And if you're in for a very long time, you know people who know people who know people, right? So you're not really walking into a room full of strangers. Because even when you PCS to a different base, there's always people that you knew from other bases that are there, and you're very familiar with the rules and the kind of the set and the tone of the base. And so it was easier for me. But when you putting out there in la la land, all right, and you're having to talk to people who may not have any affiliation with the military whatsoever. And we learned when Dr. Gardner was on the show, the Slave to Success talk show, this past weekend, that only 1% or so of the world serves in the military. People just don't understand, right? They don't really understand if they don't have any affiliation of what you do and how you do it. But I learned that the energy that you bring, it sets the tone. So when I walk into a room, I remind myself, y'all, that I belong there. Okay. All the things that I was doing in my military career was a setup to go into these places and spaces where I don't know anyone and to present myself. All right. And to share with them what I do and how I do it. So I stand tall. Okay. I make intentional eye contact. I start conversations with genuine enthusiasm because I've got my workout in, my endorphins are high. Okay. And so I really shift the dynamic in my favor. When you can do that, all right, because you have built up your confidence, you're bringing the right energy, you know what you're supposed to be talking about, things start to happen. So before I go to any event, y'all, okay, regardless of whether I'm speaking on a stage, presenting a workshop, or networking, I take a moment to breathe and center myself. All right. And I remind myself of my purpose and I visualize the impact I want to make. Okay. Again, impact is going to be my word for this next year. Now, this mental reset that I'm doing is my secret weapon. And it's about showing up with confidence. Because if you can have confidence, if you can build your confidence, I know that it could really elevate you. Right. Because there are people walking around who have low self esteem. They don't really think about, what they can do and up to their full potential. So we have to understand that, especially if you're a veteran, because I'm speaking on behalf of veterans, sometimes I'm a veteran advocate, if you will. We have a lot of experiences that leverages what we can do. And our leadership shapes the personal brand and success that we are achieving. And lastly, you got to engage with purpose. Okay. As one of my first networking events, I really wasn't in tune. All right. And it was really handing out my business cards, to everybody. And really, that's not what the purpose of networking is. It was about having the quality conversations, but how was I showing up? So this is where I talk about the appearance, behaviors, communications, and the digital presence. My appearance, okay, has changed over the years. It has evolved. And when I show up, I am ready. I am prepared. I pick out my outfits the night before I go to any event. I'm not scrambling around in the morning, rushing and trying to get out the door. I know what I'm going to wear. I know what the event calls for. All right. And I make sure that I'm buttoned up, if you will. All right. In the details. My hair is done. I got my makeup on. I don't wear like a whole bunch of makeup, but I do want to freshen myself up. All right. I put on tailored clothes. I make sure that my shoes are the shoes that I can walk in. Okay. Well, especially for longer events. These are the details that I'm talking about. How is it that you're showing up so you can invite people into what you're talking about? Your body language, your posturing. I no longer walk around with my arms crossed around like this, y'all. Okay. Because that's a sign of aggression. And I had to do a lot of that and some posturing and hands on the hips when I was in service because I was operating in male dominated environments. Now I want to be more softer. I am trying to convey compassion and more empathy. All right. And so there is a different way that I have to carry myself. and I walk into the spaces. My communication, I don't talk in acronyms, y'all. All right, the only acronym I use is SLAY. I don't talk about those TDY, PCS, unless I'm in front of a all veteran community, because people don't know what that means, right? Good morning, Cherise. How you doing, my queen? I hope everything is going well for you. I'm so glad that you showed up here on my live. Thank you so much for being here, and I just can't wait to talk to you here soon. All right. You have to have an effective eternal permission brief with yourself. Absolutely, Glenroy. You do. And sometimes people aren't prepared to go in those type of environments. So, they're scared, they're timid, they shrink back, and then they don't have a good experience when they go to certain events because they did not take the time to look themselves over, to make sure that the body language is expressing exactly what they want to, their communication skills. You can articulate what you do and how you do it. You can carry on a conversation, just a regular conversation. All right, because sometimes that's hard for folks to do. You want to offer valuable insights and show others that you care and leave a lasting impression. All right. So you need to aim to leave the room better than you found it. That is a mindset that I go into every single time. Whether you're providing a thoughtful comment, maybe somebody's wearing an outfit and you're like, wow, that outfit is given. Okay. Give them that compliment. Share your experiences, right? Even, you just make sure you bring the value. Okay. So I just wanted to give you some actionable strategies. So we talked about you got to master your narrative. That means you got to own your story and be able to share what challenges have shaped you, what skill sets set you apart. Then you have to command the space. You have to command the space that you're in. All right. You need to walk in a room, all right, and step with the right energy. What is your energy? If you don't have the right energy, I would recommend, I'm not trying to tell people what to do. I would recommend that you don't go. Okay. If you don't have a smile, you can't have a good word, don't go. Okay. Okay. Kim, hey, Kim, you said LOL. The military has spoiled me with selecting wardrobe options. Although I attend military events, I love dressing to impress myself as I was raised. I know my audience prior and what I want people to see when they see me. That's what we're doing. Okay. And when you can get to that point, then you know that you are impacting, not just walking in there, but positively impacting the people around you. And you're inspiring others to do the same. So, yes, Queen, big ups. I love it. I love it. And thank you so much for sharing. And then you have to engage with purpose. Engage with purpose. Let's be intentional about what we're saying and what we do, and aim to leave the room better than you entered into it. So, owning your presence isn't just about advancing your career, it's really about inspiring others, all right, to do the same. And my military experiences, it equipped me, y'all, with the tools to lead under pressure, to use these tools and break down barriers, to build my presence, to build my personal brand. All right. So whether you're doing it here, there, and everywhere, right? Own it. And you're going to watch those opportunities unfold. I guarantee you that. Now, I do have clients, y'all. All right. I'm onboarding clients. So if you or someone needs help with building their personal brand and they want to aspire to be a coach, a consultant, a speaker, an author, I'm that person that will get the spark started. I'm the catalyst. Okay. Because we only have one life out here. We have only one life. And the way that I see it is we're building legacies and we have stories to share and we need to leave a mark in our world, a good mark in this world. So, again, my name is Rochelle Slay Queen Hemingway, CEO and founder of Slay to Success. I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. We had, and I'm going to the top of the list, y'all, Chevy, At the Root, Glenroy, Raina, Lindsay, Cherise, and Kimberly. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here on the show this morning. All right, I will be back here next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to give you yet another Rise and Slay moment. So keep on slaying, okay, until you can't slay no more. And I will see you all very, very soon. You're absolutely welcome, Queen. And I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Bye bye.